now listening to the Good Bad Advice Podcast with Stephanie and Chase.
Hello. Welcome, you guys, to the Good Bad Advice Podcast, where we give good and bad advice to people in the news each week, unsolicited advice as it may be. We're your hosts. I'm Chase.
And I'm Stephanie.
And I have a cold. You could hear it in the voice. I'm so sorry.
Sick.
If you're going to be watching, you're going to keep seeing a pile of
tissues.
So sorry. I'm trying not to cough.
It's okay.
The tissues are going to slowly start piling up here. But we'll
just have a mountain of tissues at the end.
Stephanie had to go to the bathroom right before this, and I pulled the blanket up, and then like a whole bunch of tissues just popped out like a piñata. I was like, I'm an old woman. Put it in a cardigan. That's going to be the tissue city. But how are you, my queen?
Oh, so good. I'm decorating for Christmas.
Wait, you are right now?
Yeah.
I'm doing it this week too. I don't care. I need Christmas now. Here's
the thing. I would have done it last weekend. Things surmised that it didn't happen.
Yeah.
I'm now currently in the throes of it. Did I ever talk about on the podcast my Lego project?
No. Wait, your dad's Lego project?
No.
You talked about the gift.
The flowers. Did I tell you about this?
No. And you also didn't tell me about Cabo, which we need to come back to because she dropped and then I go to Cabo on Wednesday because we're talking about the plane, which we're going to come back to because that also involves me. But tell us about the Legos.
Okay, so in the summer, I saw a video of somebody who did like their full stoop in New York City with Lego flowers.
Yes.
So I bought a bunch of Lego flowers.
Okay.
And filled like just a singular pot because...
Cool.
Legos are expensive. Have you guys
Legos
heard?
Are expensive and pots are big.
Also, like tariffs and etc. Like I think even some of mine.
Just say words buzzwords right now.
And like
tariffs and
interest rates and there's so much.
Yeah, and the moon.
I finally put it all in like a big vase.
It looks so good.
You guys, it looks so good. I will post a picture.
Yes, please do.
It is going to be out like front of my house in the summer, but for now it's going to be in the front room. You guys, it looks so good.
You love it so much?
No, I'm obsessed. Every time I see it, I'm like, I'm so good. I'm so good at crafting.
I was going to do, we took down Halloween last weekend.
Yes.
And then I was like, great, I want to put it in like Christmas right away.
Yeah.
But then I got sick this weekend. And so I got sick coming back I went to Vegas this week, just a quick 24-hour trip.
Yeah.
Excuse me. And I think I picked up something on the plane, as one does.
Yes.
And so then I was tanked Friday. I didn't even work. I was laid out. And then yesterday I was laid out for most of the day. And then went to church. We're really we're going to both hours. But I couldn't even finish sacrament meeting. We had to leave. And I had laid down. And then we came here. So I think I'm going to do, I would like to do Christmas before we go to St. George this weekend, because I go to St. George this weekend. Okay, talk to us about Cabo. Why are you going? When are you leaving?
The reason why I'm going is because Schmevin Farrow sent me a message while he was on another trip, being like, hey, by the way, these nights are available in Cabo for these like really cheap points. And I screenshotted back like flights because I'm like, don't tempt me with a trip to Cabo. Like,
so who else
I'll call your bluff. So my mom and dad, me and Traven and Alex are going. So we will. I mean, the boys will be golfing. I will be.
And you're gone for how long?
I will be like this at the pool or on the beach, and there will be chips and guac next to me, and a pina colada, and French fries maybe, and a Caesar salad. And a crisp Mexican Coke.
Stop. I'm hungry.
No, doesn't that literally
sound
like Kevin? Oh, I'll be back Saturday so we can record Sunday.
Okay, great. Because I get back Sunday as well.
It's like 4 days. So I feel like we can record Sunday afternoon.
Totally. We'll do that. Okay, let me tell you about Vegas. So Steven had given me Leona Lewis. So I don't know if I've talked about how I have a musical godhead. I have a musical first presidency and have a quorum of the 12 pop stars.
Re-up.
So I love music so much. Like I genuinely love artists. I love going to concerts. I love music.
Yeah.
But then when people are like, oh, who do you listen to? It's kind of like, who's like your favorite artist? It was becoming cumbersome to be like, well, I guess I kind of like this person if I'm in this mood. Anyway, so I ended up doing like the Godhead of music. So I have my 3 members of the Godhead. And then I have a first presidency. And then I have the Quorum of the 12 Pop Stars. So it's the first presidency of Beats and the Quorum of the 12 Pop Stars.
Every time you say Quorum of the 12 Pop Stars, it makes me laugh.
Thank you. And then I'm do callings and releases during conference. And so I just have my I'll put on the carousel my latest.
Who's the top one?
The 2025 October.
Who's your Godhead right now?
Oh, well, my Godhead isn't really supposed to change because, Godhead doesn't change.
Yeah.
Mine does change, though, because it's a music Godhead and it's fake.
Yeah,
so it's
because
not a
it's
real
not
thing.
real.
Also, I made it up.
Because it's for fun.
Because I'm in charge.
Because we like whimsy, okay?
So Jessie J stays my
Yes.
God. She'll never change.
Yeah.
Like, that is immovable. But Brandy Carlisle is in my, she was in my
She's
first
coming next year.
presidency. I'm going.
Yay!
I know, I'm so excited. And then Adele is in my Godhead right now.
Yeah.
Because I still have not gotten over like the fact that she's going on a break. And so part of me is like, oh man, I need to cling to her even harder. Anyway, Leona Lewis has been in my Quorum of the 12 Pop Stars for years. She did get a release, I think, in 2022 because she hadn't done anything in a while.
Yeah.
And I was putting in other people. Like my latest young blood is Chapel Roan. And then last year's was Megan Thee Stallion. I just think like their conference talks would slap. I'm like into it. So anyway, but Leona Lewis is like, I think she has a beautiful voice. She's part of like the British pop divas that I really love. Jessie J, Adele, Emily Sandé. I mean, Florence Welch. I mean, there's just a lot of Paloma Faith, like these people who I just love. And they're British women who are like soulful.
Yes.
So Stephen got me tickets. We stayed at the Venetian in a suite, which was stunning.
Yeah.
We ate at Bouchon, which is Thomas Keller's restaurant.
Okay.
And it was 5-star.
Oh, wow.
To the point where we went back the next morning for breakfast there. And I was like, gulp at the price, but it was so worth it. We had a really, really, really great waiter who was like, let me tell you all the cool things to try. And I love a restaurant where they bring out like fresh baked, a fresh loaf with salted homemade butter, homemade jam, pistachios, and all of it's just like complimentary. It's just like a little charcuterie spread just to start. And you're like, okay. It was really, really good. We had this incredible butternut squash soup that was great. Anyway, and then the seats Stephen got us were front row.
For Leona.
Yes. Front row. I will post a picture on the carousel of me touching the stage. That's how close we were.
Yeah, no, you were in her.
And it was like one of those ones where it was like a catwalk, and then there was like a big round, like a circular, like stage.
But it was like
front.
in a lounge, so it wasn't
Totally.
like
So it wasn't
a
a
concert arena.
No. It was a lounge, and the lounge was stunning. I mean, they really spared no expense. They had, and it's her residency with her Christmas show. But she had, and so then what she did. She has Hashimoto's, and then she had a vocal injury that required surgery on her vocal cords years ago. And so she can't hit her higher register as much anymore.
Dang.
And so what she's done very cleverly is she moved a lot of, because it was big band Christmas. So they had a big band so then she made like Bleeding Love big band and like cool versions of Better in Time. And then she did Run, the Snow Patrol cover, light up if you can. I've listened to that song hundreds of times.
Okay.
Which she is singing. I cannot stop crying watching her. It's just like, because she's from me, almost from me to you away. Like she was really close when she was singing it. And she is a diva who is way too humble. Yep. To like, you can't be both. Yep. You know what I mean? Like you kind of need to be like, watch this, or you need to be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm here. Yeah. You can't kind of vacillate between the two. And she did, which was interesting. We were so close that on one of the songs, she's in there's a moon that comes down from the ceiling. So she sings Fly Me to the Moon. And she has this white dress that has this really long train. And the train knocked our drinks over I mean, they were bottled
Yeah.
waters, but like that's how close we
Yeah.
were, is that we were in the production.
Yes.
Like we are lifting her dress
You're
up
like,
as she's being hoisted
yeah.
up. We're like helping the dress, you know. And then at one point she comes and she's singing Higher Love. Bring me a higher love. Oh, comes up and I'm like, she's walking. I could tell, I was like, she's walking toward me. Like and she gets 3 inches from my face. You'll see the video. I don't think I sent it to you.
I don't know if you sent me that one.
She's so close to me that she like winks at me. I can smell her. And then I say on the film, I'm like, oh my God. Like it's on the recording. I'm like, oh my God. Cause she was so close to me.
You're like
I literally, multiple people that I had written they were like, touch her. I'm like, I don't want to get like arrested.
Yeah.
But she worked the crowd. If you're in Vegas, an amazing show.
Okay,
like,
amazing.
And not cost prohibitive. Like it's one where I think the
No.
whole family could go, and I don't think it's selling. It wasn't sold out. It wasn't super full. I think we were really early. We were her 3rd show that she'd been doing.
Oh, yeah.
But the Lukes were luking.
Yeah.
Her voice
Every
is...
video you sent me, hair
huge.
Huge dress.
Huge dress, sequin, and then like stage...
Yeah, no, if I was a diva who could sing like that, that would be what I would be wearing. Like, you could not catch me in a Taylor Swift lover bodysuit.
No,
I would be in gowns.
No, like
just
my mom
swaying
even
across
sent,
the stage.
when I sent it to like our family thread, my mom wrote and was like, if she dyed that whole gown black, she could have easily fit in at your wedding.
Yeah.
Like, it was to the nines.
Yes.
Like, it's gorgeous. She also has a face. I mean, you know, like there's certain people who are like,
You're like, whoa.
launch the show 1,000 ships.
No.
That is Helen of Troy's face. She has a face that is,
doesn't
first
decline.
off, flawless skin. And I know I was up close and personal. I could have
like,
popped a zit if one was there. I could have checked for pores. I'm like, wow, nothing there.
Zoom in.
And she is, her accent is
it's a delight.
She could literally read me up the box of a cereal, back of a cereal box, and I'd be like, keep it going, baby girl. Like, I loved it.
Yeah.
What I will say I hated about the trip.
Oh no. Okay.
Traveling. This is a warning to everybody out there right now. Because of the government shutdown right now, and we're not getting political.
Was it bad in Salt Lake or was it bad in Vegas?
We got delayed an hour and a half in Salt Lake because they just didn't have staff. And then in Vegas, we got delayed 3.5 hours. Vegas doesn't have a Sky Lounge. They have a Centurion Lounge. So we get into the Centurion Lounge because I have the card. So does Steven. But we're a wait list to get in. It took us like an hour to get off the wait list, which was wild.
That's crazy.
And then they just didn't have
like
the
food
staff.
and stuff.
And then we sat on the tarmac. We sat at the gate in the plane waiting for a pilot to come because they'd overused the pilot before. So, plan. As we were getting in, Steven and I we start the Christmas tour this week, and I'm going to go on tour with him. And I'm like, we're going to have to plan just a lot. Oh, and if you're flying out of Salt Lake City, you need a reservation. If you're doing short-term parking, like if you're going to park in the structure, you need a reservation.
Wait,
they don't
what?
just like, if you were to do short-term parking, you're going to go up and park in floor 2.
Oh, yeah.
We always park there because we're like, it's a 24-hour trip. It costs us like $60, but it's okay.
You need to park an E-lot.
E-lot.
It's not a short term, but it's the outdoor lot right next to the short term.
Oh, okay.
And it's only like $20 a night.
We need to do
But
that.
it's right there.
Because we did we got there, we were worried we were running a little bit late. Then we had to go, get the shuttle and everything, because when we tried to go in, they said, sorry, we're only taking reservations. And it was like at 9 a.m. So they're like, sorry, if you have a reservation, you can get in the parking lot. If not, you have to go to long-term parking.
Oh my gosh.
So just keep that in mind for timing wise.
Okay.
And we are reading, I read on in the newspaper or the newspaper. I got my newspaper out. Oh, they threw it at my lawn. But I read that like a whole bunch of flights today out of Salt Lake City, inbound and outbound, got canceled. So just be careful.
Well, they're going to be canceling a lot more until,
if things could wrap it up, we're not. The only thing also I'm going to say that was very, very moving today for me in our church meetings is there was just a lot of talk about donating to the food bank. And I'm not getting political. We're not getting political on this podcast. This is supposed to be a break, a reprieve. We're not ignoring the reality of politics. We're not, putting our head in the sand, but that's not the service we offer. That's not why we're doing this. What I will say though is going into, one of the very like most impactful things I've done in the last decade was when Matt and Savannah Shaw were releasing a music video for I Heard the Bells on Christmas Day.
You did the food drive.
We did the food drive for that, and we ended up donating like tens of thousands of meals collectively. Like we got them donated. And they were talking just about like how strong the Utah Food Bank is in our community, how vital it is. Mm-hmm. And so I've noticed both at Walmart and at Harmon's the past week that they have food bank spots for you just to buy, and then you just drop off the food there. That's
amazing.
Mac and cheese, any sort of like non-perishable cans and things, bread, and then they take it that day. So it's just like a constant stream into the food bank. If you are able to, I think if you could just pick up an extra something this entire season. So I made a commitment to myself. Someone had said, as part of a testimony, they had talked about, look, I benefit from SNAP, and that's being cut right now. And so I'm going to the food bank. And if you could please, if you guys can, and you can donate. It was just very humble. And it was very much like every time I go to the store, I'm going to buy something for the food bank. It doesn't have to be tons, but
I think this is like very similar to, sorry, I keep having to rub my eye because there's something in it, but we'll live. I think this is very much the apropos of what you say via your mom, which is that like in times of trouble, like look for who's helping.
Yeah. Look for the helpers.
And I think that like like even looking for news stories for the podcast, there's like such an influx of like negativity.
Yes.
And like it just, there is a lot of,
it's volatile. I do want to say two things. My mom also has a mantra: you cannot boil the ocean, but you can boil a cup of water.
Yes.
It feels so overwhelming to try to like, what are we going to do? How do we solve this? This is so overwhelming. And that can be debilitating. Mm-hmm. And I think sometimes evil wants you to feel debilitated so you don't do good. I think it's okay to just decide, this is going to be my cup. This season, my cup is going to be the food bank. My cup is going to be my friends. My cup is going to be whatever. Mm-hmm. Do something, find a cup of water and boil it.
Well, and it's also that like, that feels like reality right now. Like there is so much right now where you're looking around and you're just like, I can't do anything to help. Like I'm not in control. I can't. And it's like, the interactions you're having with people around you and like the goodness that you can share, that's real life.
Agreed.
Like that's what's actually happening in the world.
Yep.
And you just have to foster that over like the slush.
Agreed.
That is coming in.
And I think the one of the other kind of like themes is if there's opposition in all things, which I fundamentally believe. I just think it's a law of the universe. I think as there is an increase in very upsetting, very sad, tragic, horrible things happening, if there's supposed to be opposition in all things, I want to be the opposition. Mm-hmm. I want to be the good. I want to do the one that is like trying to do something else. And I'm in charge of our ward Christmas party this year. The theme is Songs for Our King. And I was in a meeting this morning. We were talking about it. And one of the ladies in our ward, our like congregation, had said, I love all of that. And we need to make sure we do a service component. And I said, well, one of the rooms is going to be writing letters to the missionaries, whatever else. And then making ornaments. And then I thought, but when she'd said it, I was like, yeah, actually, you're right. I want to make sure that if I have an opportunity to do something good, like we can marshal it. It's the same thing. Like this will be the 10th year of me doing, because I've been given much sub for Santa. And so I'll be doing it again this year. Because I've taken a break from social media, I'm trying to figure out, do I come back and help to get some donations? But we'll put it on our socials as well. So if any listeners want to donate, you can donate by Venmo, or you can donate any of the gifts. We do it for refugee families. And this was not a long con
to talk about this just to get to that point.
No, like I didn't even think about it. I didn't even think about it until we started talking about it, where it was like, right.
Yeah, and I run
people sometimes are like, I would love to help, but how do I help? And I think that there's certain people who have the capacity or the
Capacity,
history
time.
of the time and
Yeah.
like the resources to be able to say like, hey, I will organize an avenue if you want to come down it.
Yeah.
I will lay the groundwork, so to speak, so you can walk down this path if you want to help. And that's what I think.
Yeah.
I think if you don't know what to do to help, ask people and be like, hey, do you have any ideas of what I could do to help?
Yeah.
And then find your own way of bringing in that sort of good, the
Yeah.
light.
Agreed.
Okay, now we've got some 3GBs to share with y'all. I think we both actually have a couple extras.
Yes.
Which is good. This is a little bonus.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah.
little
You go
3VG
first.
plus. Okay. I was saying to Stephanie, no, Stephanie is such a ferocious reader.
Yes.
But
I
you
read
Audible.
62 books this year.
Okay, here's the thing.
Chase read a book.
No, okay, screw you. Okay, I didn't.
You read all.
But you Audible most of yours, right?
I do.
What's the percent breakdown?
I would probably say this year it's probably been like 60-40. I've done a
Audible?
lot of Audible this year.
Yeah. I'm almost exclusively Audible, except for like a handful of books I've read.
Yeah.
I've read
Yeah.
a number of books this
Yeah.
year,
Uh-huh.
and everyone was so impressed.
Yeah,
You know, like the
no, like,
library
it's
called,
so
they were
many.
like, "Cool
They're
it,
like,
save
whoa.
some books for the rest of us."
Yeah.
But I listen mostly on Audible,
Uh-huh.
and I have a few books that I have a bunch that I like in paperback.
Yeah.
And then I had just a couple on my Kindle. Well,
Yeah.
when I was in Mexico, I was like bored because
Yeah.
I didn't want to go outside because it's hot, and I had hurt myself, so I was just laying in bed.
Yes.
So it's like I need to read a book, and so I read The History of Magic,
Okay.
and I read the Wizarding Archive from the Wizarding Archive
Yes.
Volume 1. Kind of just so interesting to me. I know J.K. Rowling's very controversial, not for me, but for a lot of people.
Yes.
But I think she is a genius. She created an alternate world, and then the layers of the world that she's created is explored even more in these sort of companion books to Harry Potter.
Yeah.
I really, really, really liked it. I just like it makes me really excited to see the HBO series come out.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to see like how much more in depth are they able to get.
Yes.
So
Yes.
those are definite recommendations for me. Then I did watch All's Fair. This is a show
Okay,
that's
this is
getting
the
a
Kim
lot of
Kardashian,
controversy. So it's
Sarah
Kim Kardashian,
Paulson,
Sarah
Glenn
Paulson,
Close.
Glenn Close, Niecy Nash.
Yeah.
The acting. Okay, so is it camp? 1,000%.
Yes.
Like I'm a divorce attorney.
Like it almost feels like a parody.
I think
It is a
almost
parody.
is
It's
a
supposed to
parody. I'm a divorce attorney, so the concept of like watching how they talk about prenups and how they talk about strategies and wild, not accurate at all. Jessica Simpson guest stars. They have the cast is quite stacked, and it is getting funding. I mean, they are pushing that movie like it is the vaccine during COVID. Like they are, you cannot go anywhere without someone talking about it. And the costuming, wild. The writing, wild.
Yes.
The acting is like pretty good. I mean, obviously it's Glenn Close for heck's sake.
Well, it's great
Sarah Paulson,
actresses.
great actresses.
And Kim Kardashian is there too.
Yes, the content does not lend itself to any sort of like real show-stopping performances because it's so extreme.
It's gonna get a Razzie.
I think it's gonna get a Razzie, and I think it debuted to a 0% Rotten Tomatoes score, which is really, really funny.
Like I'm surprised SNL
will
already
say-
hasn't spoofed it.
I don't know. I didn't finish watching last night's episode, but I would think it would be on the upcoming week because it debuted this week.
Oh yeah.
I did watch the 3 episodes on that. That's it bad for
Yeah.
just so that
Okay,
we're clear.
great. But like
will I finish the
like
season?
a bad like we're
I'll finish the
entertained while we're
season.
watching.
Totally. I will watch that on a plane. I'd be like, okay, fine. I'm working.
Yeah.
I need something in the background. I would have that. I'm not like waiting for it. It's not like The Last Frontier where Steven and I were
Something
driving
so
home.
crazy about you is you will like watch new movies on a plane.
Yeah, I did on this plane. too.
I'm like I never debut a new movie on a
Oh,
plane.
I love a new movie on a plane. I watched. That's one of mine. Is Everything's Going to Be Great. I watched that there and back
okay.
in Vegas. Bryan Cranston and Allison Janney. They play kind of these community theater director who never always striving, never arriving, as a friend would say.
Yeah.
And then it's a story of like their young kid navigating his sexuality. And it was enjoyable. I really, really liked it. I don't think it's one that I would watch again, but I was glad I watched it. I also watched Special Forces season 4. I'm current now.
Okay.
And I've never loved Sean Johnson and her husband, Andrew West. Sean Johnson West and her husband, Andrew
They're both
West
on it?
Yeah, they're both on it.
Amazing.
Teresa Giudice was on it with her daughter,
Yeah,
Gia.
I've heard she got out
She
quick.
got out really early, but Gia is still in it. And I am like, she's in the final 5. Like, she's pushing herself. Cody from Sister Wives
I
is
heard
in
a
it.
little bit about his last episode where they like kind of confronted him.
Yeah, and they talked about like all the failures he had as a dad
Yeah.
were his fault. And up until now, he's been really annoying. Like, the staff keeps saying that the staff is what they call the leaders. They keep saying they all hate him, don't they? And they're like, yeah, the rest of the group hate him. And then like you saw like a real moment with him. I don't like his character. I don't like who he is on TV. I don't obviously know who he is in real life. But because of that, I was like actually glad that I got to see a different flavor to him.
Yeah.
And then Brianna Chicken Fry is still in it.
Oh, really?
And I'm so impressed with her. She's like, I'm not going to quit. You will have to take the badge off of me. And I think they will end up taking the badge off of her. But I do love when they're like, look forward to close your mouth. And she's like, she looks forward, but then she opens her mouth. And I'm like, I said, close your mouth. She's like, why? Like, she's a little, like, she has a little bit of stank. But when you know her history, and they talk about it a little bit on the show, and then I forget who the other guy is. He's like a professional football player. He's a retired NFL player.
Okay.
Who's 34. Like, it's a very hard pill for me to swallow. He's like, yeah, you know, back in my career. I'm like, back in your career? I'm 5 years older than you, you weirdo. But it's a very, very good season.
Yeah. Okay.
Also watched, I haven't finished, but the Squid Games, The Challenge season 2.
On Netflix.
I was saying to Steph, yeah, that's on Netflix. That I just love new competition shows like that I think we could end up having. I mean, they're playing for $4.36 million. That's what the prize is.
Wait.
And
okay, sign me up.
No, literally. And
4.3.
you would know some of the people. They're pulling people from pop culture. They're pulling people from whatever. It's kind of like 99 to Beat. Have you seen that? Like, where they had Sandra from Survivor. They had Cara Marie from The Challenge. Anyway, no one's like that famous on Squid Game, The Challenge, so it's pretty good. And then the number one thing I've watched this week, I've now watched it 3 times, is the Wicked special, One Wonderful Night.
I have not watched it yet.
Stephanie Darrow Page, the first. When I tell you, granted, I had a man cold, so I was I was brink of death, and I watched.
Do they sing any songs from part 2?
Yeah, bitch.
But I don't want to hear the songs from part 2.
They're all different. They're all arranged
Different
specifically
arrangements.
for that night.
Okay. Okay. That's what's been holding me back. I'm like, I don't want to.
They preview 2 songs for like 8 counts. That's it. The 2 new songs that were in, the one that's for Cynthia Erivo and the one that's for Ariana Grande. They do For Good at the Gershwin Theater.
No.
With Steven Schwartzman playing, and then Idina Menzel and Kristen Chenoweth come out and they sing new verses that will not be in the movie. But like, for example, Kristen Chenoweth is talking about how it's nice that they get to pass the torch onto someone else who will keep this alive. Oh, and you're like,
I need to watch that.
Ariana Grande, while performing, is crying.
Yeah.
Which is the green light for you just to sob every ounce of trauma out of your eyes.
Okay. How many? How many showings are you currently booked for?
3.
Okay.
For Wicked.
Yeah.
You're with me on the one.
Yeah, the first one. Okay, yeah. Traven, right?
What?
Miu, Traven, Steven.
Yeah, and there's other people coming.
Perfect,
I ended up buying more tickets because I was
amazing.
Like, I don't want to like make people feel excluded, and then I just was like panic buying.
I just wanted to make sure that if I brought Traven, he was allowed to be there.
Because we're doing the couches.
Yes,
so
perfect,
I bought all the couch seats for one showing.
Perfect.
And then I'm going again, just
Steven
and I.
I have 2 currently.
And then I'm going one when the kids come.
Yes, amazing.
Yeah, I'm so excited. Cynthia Erivo does. First off, I did not know Jeff Goldblum plays the piano, and so he accompanies The Wizard and I in a jazzy version that she sings. Mind you, the entire thing is choreographed. They have dancers, costumes, a big band. I've never seen a rollout for a movie like I've seen for Wicked. Yeah, and and
it's so well deserved.
So well deserved. I cannot wait for it to come out. I will probably watch. Oh, and you can download the music from Wicked, One Wonderful Night on Spotify or wherever you get your music. Okay. So you can hear the versions. I've listened to it driving to church, listened to it driving to here. Yeah. It is the best thing I've seen.
Wait, what is it on Peacock? Tell the people. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's on Peacock.
Tell the people me.
Tell the People and Stephanie. People and Stephanie, it's on Peacock.
Thank you so much. I love Peacock.
And Special Forces is on Hulu. And then I don't think I had any other ones that I didn't say.
Okay. My first one, I believe, is No One Is Watching.
Yeah, when no
that
one
is
is
the
watching.
thriller that I was talking about last week, where I was like, maybe the thrill is the paranoia we met along the way. Right. No, it was actually a thriller, but I wasn't so far off with that statement. I don't think a necessary read. Okay. Like, I'm glad that I kept reading, because the ending, I was like, oh my gosh. But it was not necessary.
Okay.
Second one, what do I got?
Project Runway.
Oh, I finished the season of Project Runway with Bailey. I thought it was excellent.
Excellent. Agreed. I love Utica. I love Ethan so much.
Spoiler. I'm going to talk about the winner.
Spoiler. Also, you can watch Project Runway on Hulu. It's on Hulu.
And Disney Plus.
Yeah, because Hulu, Disney Plus are all the same now.
Yes. Yeah. I did not agree with who won.
Agreed.
At all. I actually, like, her first look when it came out, I was like, it looks dirty.
Agreed.
I'm not sure that Ethan should have won with his.
I agreed.
But I didn't want VJ to win. I did not think hers
winning
was the best.
To me was, I think, because they did not want to look like they were favoriting Ethan because of her kind of notoriety.
Yeah.
Because I agree with you. It did not seem, it seemed really boring in a way. And I kind of don't love that it was so uninteresting to me. Drove Ethan into a route different than what he was going to do. I would have loved to have seen what he was going to do. Mm-hmm. But what I really hope is that he gets to dress more people.
Yeah,
I hope that his exposure, like, if you were to get a dress, you would go to Ethan over any of the other finale designers.
Ethan or Christian Siriano. Christian Siriano dresses are
no. What I'm saying is
amazing.
That
of the winners, of course.
I mean, no, you would go to La Roche.
I would,
and then not be limited by a designer. You would have a.
And by the way, La Roche, best judging addition ever. Agreed. If he leaves, I'm gonna be so sad.
Agreed.
I thought he was so interesting.
So
he
informed.
Also made it so much more entertaining to watch, because it had kind of lost its arc of like.
The
drama.
Michael Kors of it all. Of
or like if a judge says really something mean to you, they would just be like, thank you so much.
Right.
And like anytime somebody gave him attitude, he was like, I don't understand your attitude.
Right.
Like
what are you doing? That's why the one girl went home.
Yes.
I think she was a really beautiful designer, but he was like, your attitude sucks. You're gone.
No. And like, I think it's so interesting too. Like, I believe that Law has like such a deep respect for fashion and for the history of fashion and the art.
Agreed.
And so when they're being disrespectful, he genuinely views it as like, don't you understand what we're all doing here?
Right.
Like, this is history. Or like, that's Nina Garcia. Like, you can't say something like that to Nina Garcia.
Totally.
Like, he just has such like a renowned respect for it.
And I think he's worked so hard in the industry that he's like, you do not get to come in here and act
like don't talk to me that way.
You are guaranteed a dang thing. You work for whatever you have.
Well, and like, I feel like even more, they're always like, oh, it's going to be really hard for you. It's going to be really this. Law is like, yeah, you think that you're not going to have to turn on your friend in this industry? And she's like, no. And he's like, wrong.
Yeah.
So anyway, loved that season.
Yes.
Physical Asia is my third one. And it is a spinoff of Physical 100, which is like all Koreans.
Yes.
This
Gorgeous.
one now.
8 countries.
Yeah. So this one, 8 countries split across like Thailand, Australia.
Good.
South Korea, Japan. And they kind of like do team tasks to like narrow it down. It's amazing.
I just started watching Physical 100
and you
because
do
you told me.
like download it and then like you'll want to go to the gym.
No, literally.
Because you're like, oh my gosh, these people are in shape.
If they did a cast of my body and it was like fit me, I would stand in front of it. I'll just be like, it was wrong. Sorry. It says my name, but it's definitely not me.
That's not. That's okay. I had to cough too.
Then you had the crumbl Martha Stewart collab.
Oh, okay. You guys.
And 10 points to crumbl. They gave away. Did you see the press?
No.
So the owner, not Sawyer Hemsley, but the
Yes.
other owner, because
Yes,
there's two of them, he was like, look, with the uncertainty of benefits right now and the impact, it's so sad. What we've decided to do, we can't, we don't know how to fix it, but what we can do is we can give everybody a free cookie.
Yeah.
And so he gave everybody on whatever day last week, whoever wanted to go in, a free cookie at crumbl. Fire.
Okay, I'm so sorry to talk about crumbl after this collab has finished because it is wrapped up.
Okay.
I think it ended yesterday.
Okay.
When I tell you the things that I tried from that, last night at 6 p.m. was like, I need to figure out how to get this. Like, I was looking in like counties away to try and get the Martha Stewart cheesecake. Like, it was so good. And I'm like, I haven't gone to crumbl years.
I haven't been to a crumbl in
years.
Over a year,
like,
for sure.
And when I tell you that they were so excellent, I'm like, props to Martha.
Oh, interesting.
And I just knew it was going to be good because, Martha has like a level of excellence. Yeah. But oh my gosh, did they just really knock it out of the park?
I'm going to look and see what they have because they should have released their upcoming.
So they had the Martha.
Dang it. They've not released it. The 8th was
the last day.
Okay.
So it was
Man, I see that. The classic fudge brownie.
Yeah, classic fudge brownie. I did not try.
Okay. Then the New York cheesecake.
The New York cheesecake was insane. It literally tasted like, besides the like sour cream topping, it tasted like Ruth Chris cheesecake.
Really?
It was incredible.
What about the chocolate chip cookie thins?
Oh, they were so good. It was like so crispy, but like chewy at the same time. And they kind of looked like failed cookies, which is like so funny because what you're used to is that like
crumbl,
big chunky
fluffy
cookie.
Yeah.
And they were like so spread out and like, I don't know, but they still had like the most rich flavor to them.
Okay.
Then we tried the chocolate tart.
Yeah.
And that one was, I would say that one was not as good because I tried the other two things first.
Got it. Okay. What about the coconut layer cake?
Did not try the coconut layer cake. Did not try the Meyer lemon or the pumpkin.
Okay.
But I heard the Meyer lemon was so good, it was just sold out at the place that we went to.
Where I wonder if it's going to be, because they normally release Sunday, they release like the upcoming ones. It hasn't released yet.
I need it again. Like, I can't tell you how badly I need that cheesecake again. Like, get Martha Stewart on the line. I need that recipe. It was so good. And last night at like 7 p.m., I was trying to get it delivered to me and it like sold out of store.
So it kept saying like it would not available. Yeah, I hate that.
I almost drove to Saratoga Springs. Like, that's insane behavior.
I love it.
It was so good. And I'm so sorry to tell you all that after it's already been done. But like, know that if it comes back, you should be arriving.
Okay.
My very last thing, and I can't remember if I put it on here, if I deleted it or not. I am reading a book right now. I'm not going to tell you the title yet because like I don't want any of you guys to look it up and read it and then spoil it for me.
Okay.
But when I tell you right now, I am reading the greatest book, like I think probably my top book of the year, and I'm only 60% of the way through. And just like, if it keeps going at the trajectory that it is, like it could be one of my favorite books of all time.
Whoa. Okay.
It's so good. And I will keep you updated next week because I am, you know how fast I listen to books.
Yeah.
I am listening to it on 1.3 speed because I'm just.
Oh my gosh. That was me finishing the Dungeon Crawler Crawl. I did the last 2 books at 1 speed. It was like 28 hours. I'm okay.
I can't get through it slower. Like I'm like, but everything keeps happening so that I want to keep reading, but it's so good. And I will keep you posted on that.
Okay, let's get into some stories because we're back at it, Storyland. Yeah. And this week, the big story of the week is the Grammy nominations have come out.
Yes.
We're not going to go through all of the Grammy nominations, but I will hit the top 3 categories because they really are about the same. You meet the same people basically in each major category: record, album, and song. So Bad Bunny, he is the very first, I think, Latin American artist in the history to be nominated for all 3 major categories. DTMF. was the song. And then I'm not able to pronounce I won't even attempt the name of the album. It's in Spanish.
Yeah.
And then the song as well for DTF. Now, Billie Eilish was nominated. Interestingly, it was nominated for Record of the Year for Wildflower and Song of the Year Wildflower, which is both performing and writing, but not nominated for Album of the Year. So her album didn't get that. Chapel Roan for The Subway. Chapel Roan also was only nominated for Record of the Year. She was not nominated for Album or Song. Kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Doechii, Anxiety. And then again, her album did not get nominated, but then she also got Record and Song for Anxiety.
Yeah.
Then Kendrick Lamar and SZA, Luther. Kendrick Lamar's album GNX was nominated for Album of the Year, and then SZA and Kendrick Lamar were also nominated for Song of the Year.
Yeah. Sabrina Carpenter
for Man Child, her album Man's Best Friend. Lady Gaga for Mayhem album, and then Abracadabra for Record and Song. Rosé and Bruno Mars for Apt, got it. And then Sabrina, I did that. Tyler, the Creator, was not nominated for the song or album.
His album was really good.
Or he was nominated for album, not song or record. But the real big surprise was Justin Bieber getting a nomination for Album of the Year for his album Swag.
The one that I thought was kind of really shocking, and maybe it was last year and I'm like off, Gracie Abrams.
Gracie Abrams' album?
Yeah. Was that last year?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like, was she nominated for the 2025 versus the 2026?
I don't know. You're thinking,
because that one was really good, and I don't remember her at all last year. She was
nominated for New Artist.
Maybe she was at the Grammys last year.
Maybe. I'll need to look and see. Okay. But the other one that was kind of the surprise was Huntrix. For Golden,
and
got nominated for Song of the Year.
I do hope it wins.
I hope it wins too. I'm a little sad because it's also nominated for Pop Duo or Group Performance. Katsai Gabrielle, and then Bruno Mars and SZA and Kendrick Lamar, 30 for 30, along with Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande for Defying Gravity. I would love them to win a Grammy for it. It'd be really cool because I hope that they get nominated and they win a Golden and a Oscar. But then the only other one that we really care about category is Best New Artist. Yes. Did you see the nominees?
Yes. Tell the people.
Addison Rae.
I think.
Addison Rae.
I'll tell you who I'm going to win after. Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you who I think too. Alex Warren, Katsai, Leon Thomas, Lola Young, The Mariahs, Olivia Dean, and Somber. Now, I really hope that of the new artist nominees, the only person who received a nomination in the major categories is Leon Thomas.
Oh, okay.
So
interesting.
If we're going off of, hey, you were good enough to get your entire album nominated for a Grammy and Best New Artist.
Okay.
So that's why I'm leaning towards it being Leon Thomas.
Yeah.
I just think if you're looking at how it's
I think it's going to be
out,
Olivia Dean.
I hope it's Olivia Dean because I love her.
And I also wouldn't be mad if it was Alex Warren. He was everywhere this year and well deserved.
Agreed. But The
Ordinary
was kind of a snub.
was insane.
But a snub. He didn't get
that
Ordinary wasn't even nominated, which is a little sad. The best pop solo was Lola Young, Messy,
that one's
Lady
a good
Gaga,
one.
Disease, Justin Bieber, Daisies, Chapel Roan, The Subway, and Sabrina Carpenter, Man Child. Best vocal album pop that's where we see Miley Cyrus come in, and then Teddy Swims, his I've Tried Everything But Therapy Part 2 came in. Kind of sad about that. Didn't really get that. Tate McRae didn't get nominated. She was also kind of a snub because she had
that one's
such a
crazy.
huge
She had
album,
such a huge album,
and she was everywhere pop culture. I saw that she just wrapped up her tour last night.
I feel like Tate McRae is trying to make Tate McRae happen so hard that the industry is rejecting her.
Yeah, that very well could be it
which is like sad. Like I do think that she's very talented.
Yep, agreed. Now, for those that are wondering, why didn't Taylor Swift get nominated? Her
October
album
3rd.
did not get released in time to be in consideration. Same with like Brandi Carlile. There were a couple of people that didn't.
Yeah.
Now, the other things that I'd read that were also snubs was Shawn Mendes's album didn't get any nomination. I didn't even know he released one, but I guess it was like a very vulnerable personal album and it didn't get any attention.
I'm happy for him. Know that I am.
And I'm trying to think if there was anyone else. I was going to go through the country because that's always the other one that I I think is so interesting. but I cannot find it on this list fast enough for me to move past.
Did you see Katy Perry released a new song, debuted at 101?
Yeah, I know. Oof. And it was called Band-Aids or something about like her relationship. She's like, I tried everything I could. I found Best Country. So Best Country is Chris Stapleton, Lainey Wilson, Shabuzi, Good News, who I hope wins. I hope it's Shabuzi. Oliver loved Shabuzi.
Shabuzi is so good, but Chris Stapleton,
I know, it's hard to beat that. Anyways, Jelly Roll for a contemporary album, contemporary country album, Kelsey Ballerini, Miranda Lambert, Tyler Childers, and Eric Church. That's kind of like a big... I
bet Jelly Roll wins.
I think Jelly will win too as well. So anyways, the Grammys... Oh, when did I see that those are debuting?
It's usually like February-ish.
Yeah, I was just checking the date so we can tell everybody. Ding, ding, dong. Sing, sing, song. Ding, ding, dong. You can Dang it, I do not see when the Grammy
early
show
next year
is.
usually.
Yes. February 1st, 2026. All right. Now, similarly in our list is Rotten Tomatoes has released like the most anticipated movies for the rest of the year. Yes. Let's go through some of those. Yeah. We won't go through all of them, but
obviously number 1, Wicked.
Sorry, say it again.
Obviously, number 1, yes,
Wicked. Wicked, number 1 for sure. But I want to just go in order of release because a couple of these are already out.
Okay.
Bulgonia. I think so. Emma Stone is rumored to win the Oscar for that, which makes me really sad for Cynthia Erivo.
Yeah.
But it's supposed to be. It's like 90% Rotten Tomatoes. It's supposed to be really good, really intense. And then Frankenstein, Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein has debuted on Netflix right now. I saw that.
I've heard it's incredible.
I've heard it's incredible too. The new Predator, Badlands,
also incredible.
Doing really well, and I heard that that's with Elle Fanning, and it's also PG-13.
Yes.
All the other Predators.
The Predators used to be scary movies. They're becoming more of like action movies.
Yeah, and sci-fi. Yeah. Sort of whatever.
And more of like the dynamic of like Predators versus Predators.
Yes. Then coming out this weekend is the 3rd installment of the Now You See Me franchise.
I love those movies. Like I think they're entertaining.
They're ones that I keep on my iPad if I ever get like stranded somewhere and I need a good movie. I have maybe like 20 movies, and they have always made the list. The Family Plan 2 I did want to just make mention of because it was so horrible on Apple Plus. I cannot believe it got a sequel.
Wait, is that the one that we watched with Mark Wahlberg?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, that got a second movie.
Sequel. They're in Europe, honey.
We have to watch it.
They're in Europe. That's what
we have to watch it
Michelle,
together.
what's her face, who does the pole vaulting? Remember? Yes. And then she's like, "I'm gonna pole vault you, beast." And then she goes and it snaps and she hits into the wall. And you and I are watching like someone paid them to make this movie.
Wait, I did not know that was a sequel to that movie. We have to watch it together.
Done. Sign me up. That'll be our annual Christmas.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Watch like I think this was our movie last year for Christmas. That was the movie last year. We ordered like four different places
for
dinner and then watch a movie. It's one of our to-dos. Yeah. Now, I'm really excited to see Rental Family. I know that that's not going to compete with Wicked. That comes out the same day.
Brendan Fraser though looks so good in it.
It looks so good. It just looks like such a cool idea. Yeah. Then there's Eternity, which is that new movie about you're in the afterlife, and she has her love of her life who dies early, and then she's with this other guy, and she has to basically choose which guy. Yeah. And that comes out the 26th, the same day as Zootopia 2, which I'm really excited about because Steven loves Zootopia.
The thing with Eternity is I'm like, am I interested in seeing a movie that's going to hurt me? I don't know. I don't know if I'm ready for that right now.
Yeah, I think it may be a movie I don't want to see in the theater because I hate crying like uncontrollably unless it's Wicked when everyone else is going to be crying.
No, it's movies are back, baby.
Movies are back. Then there's Hamnet, which is the story behind Hamlet that is supposed to be
based off of
really
a book
good.
Too.
Yep. Then Oh What Fun. Did you see? I watched the trailer for this. This is Michelle Pfeiffer. She's a mom that ends up like snapping at Christmas time, and she wants to go to like a Ellen show of like Christmas gifts or whatever else, and I think it's with Eva Longoria. I don't know, but so that looks really good. Then there's the sequel to the Five Nights at Freddy's, which I know like a lot of people watched. I know
very
my
like cult
kids were
classic.
yes, big into that. Then when we're getting into December, we're dealing with a couple. I do love Silent Deadly Night. That's with it's a kind of a culty type vibe of like Christmas movies, but that are dark.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of funny. And then the people who did As Good as It Gets and Broadcast News have a new movie coming out, directed by the same guy, called Ella McKay. That's supposed to be like a really good, like a resurgence of like a rom-com in that sort of vibe. Scarlet, which is that animated movie, it's debuting at like a really, really high.
Cool.
And then there's the Wake Up Dead Man, Knives Out story comes out. I think it's December 12th. Yeah.
Those are also very good. They're like the Now You See Me franchise. I'm like, oh, I'm going to be entertained.
I love Daniel Craig in it. I think he's really, really, really entertaining. Then there's coming out in December 19th, Avatar, Ash and Fire. Fire and Ash.
I didn't see the water one.
Dude, it's 17 hours long. I kid you not. My kids and I were watching it and we were like, can we just leave? It was rough.
Yikes. I love the cinematography. And as you know, when I went on the ride in Orlando, I truly had like a euphoric experience. I imagine that's what it's like when like the rest of you do Molly.
Yep.
That was me on that ride.
I am obsessed with every layer of that, and if that's what gets you to see the movie, do it. Like that's the token. There's also the animated movie coming out that week of David and Goliath, which I think is supposed to be cool.
Yeah.
Then The Housemaid. This is directed by Paul Feig, who
have
did
you
a
read
Simple
that
Favor.
book?
I haven't, but it's.
Wait.
I should read it.
You should read that book because it's so quick.
Okay.
It's like I would say audiobook. You could probably get it done in 8 hours or
cool.
less.
Okay.
If you do like a 1.5 speed, and it's entertaining.
Interesting. Now, Bradley Cooper has directed a movie called Is This Thing On with Will Arnett and Laura Dern.
Oh.
Kind of about navigating life as a divorced couple.
Okay.
Looks interesting. And then the same weekend is the SpongeBob movie comes out. So that is a really packed weekend right before Christmas. And then we know that there's always movies on Christmas that get that debut. I thought we were going to be seeing The Odyssey, but is that next year?
No, I think it's next year.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
But the one's coming out in Christmas Day 2025 is Anaconda, which is supposed to be a remake of, well, it's Paul Rudd and Jack Black go to try to remake Anaconda. Then they find themselves in an actual Anaconda type movie, which I think looks hilarious. Then there is a sports comedy, Marty Supreme, starring Timothy Chalamet with Gwyneth Paltrow and Kevin O'Leary. Just about, I think it's
based on the costumes. They probably talk like this a whole movie.
About table tennis. I love it.
The costumes, they look like they're in the...
Song Sung Blue is with Hugh Jackman, Kate Hudson. A drama as Mike and Claire Sardina, the two struggling musicians who form a Neil Diamond tribute band in the 80s and then fall in love.
Yeah. The preview for that looks nice.
Yeah, it looks nice. It's not one that I'm like, I have to see Christmas
I'm obsessed.
Day. But I probably will go see Anaconda on Christmas Day. Steven and I, when we don't have the kids, we've loved seeing a movie. 2 years ago, we did The Color Purple on Christmas Day, and I sobbed so hard.
The entire time.
So I'm really excited for those movies. And we've been really lucky. A lot of people gave us Megaplex gift cards and things for our wedding. So I feel like I've got gift cards aplenty.
You're like, I'll be seeing movies constantly.
Soda, popcorn, treat. Like I just was looking at some of them in my office because a client brought me, like a couple of clients gave me wedding gifts, which are so amazing. Nice. I'm still billing them, but
they're like, my marriage ended and yours beginning.
100%. Now, the other person that's been in the news a ton this week, and I have complicated feelings about it, is Kim Kardashian failed the bar.
Yes, she failed the bar exam, the California bar exam. About it.
Now, to be fair, the California bar exam is noted to be the hardest bar in the state.
This was like part of, like, I know taking like the MCATs and like the LSATs and things like that, like notably hard. Yeah. But I'm like, how hard is it?
Now,
And as you are a lawyer, I feel like you can
I can
at least
speak to
actually
this.
speak
Now,
to
here's
how
what-
hard is it?
The California bar is really hard because you don't have to have gone to law school to take the California bar. So
Really?
yeah, so anybody can take it. Anybody can sit for it. That's how Kim Kardashian didn't go to law school. She didn't get accepted into law school, but she's doing a different program.
But they make it really, really hard.
And they don't make it hard for that. It's just statistically,
It's harder.
It looks the hardest because so many people can take it, so the passage rate is lower. I don't think it's like markedly harder. I don't know. I didn't take the California bar. I didn't sit for that. But what you do have is you have 2 parts to the bar exam. There's like the uniform questions, which are a little bit more contract focused or not specific to a state.
Yeah.
And those are multiple choice. So you can transfer, like I'm barred in Utah, but there's other states that have reciprocity where I could also get barred in another state because I've passed at a certain level the multiple choice. And then there's just the written portion of the exam.
Oh, okay.
Now, I don't know exactly how badly she failed.
She did say in her Instagram post that she was like so close.
Yes.
How close? We don't know.
Well, I can tell you how close.
Wait, you can.
Yep, because here is a picture of what she looks like studying. And when I was studying, just for the viewers, this is not what it looked like. And I also wasn't staging a photo shoot while I was studying. I was really just studying. I also didn't study in a bikini, in a thong bikini.
Well, that would have been a little awkward.
Well, it would have been very uncomfortable for everyone else in the library for me while I'm there in a bikini.
She also said she used ChatGPT to study.
That's what I was going to say. So the other side is, look, do I think that she took a lot of pictures of herself studying? Yes. Yeah. So does that mean she was doing a lot of studying? No, that means she took a lot of pictures of herself studying and she highlighted certain things on a page.
Yeah.
I get that. What I will say is that when I took the bar exam, I was also working. Yeah. I was navigating my personal life at the same time. And it is really time intensive. Yeah. Do I think that had she dedicated the time to studying the bar, she would have passed? Yes. I think if you dedicate the time.
She just has a million things going on in her life. Like you have to really dedicate all of your brain power to it. Yes. I do think that she will eventually pass.
Of course.
Because she's going to take it until she passes. Because now I think it's just for her.
Now it's like an ego thing. Do I think she's actually going to be practicing law? No. Do I think it would be like hilarious if I walked in the courtroom and she was on the opposing counsel?
Your Honor,
I'd be like, I'm so sorry. It's Kim Kardashian.
In her salacious, like...
Yeah, she's like
pleather pantsuit,
fully with like gloves. Yeah, like she's wearing gloves. She's like doing serving a Luke,
a slicked back, like wet look.
Like I just think that I don't think she can actually practice. I don't know why she's doing it, other than to say she wants to do it. I don't think she's going to be her dad. She's not going to be a celebrity lawyer. She's not going to be any sort of like Johnny Cochran and whatever. But 10 points to people trying. This is why I felt conflicted. She puts it out there so much.
Yeah.
That like so you can't be mad. If I failed the bar, which I know people that have failed the bar, if I had that as national news, I would be devastated.
Yeah.
Like that's actually kind of gross. I think we should celebrate we should celebrate the successes and maybe a little less indexing on the failures. I think people are taking too much joy in her failing.
People just love to hate the Kardashians.
Yeah, agreed.
They really just...
Are you watching this season?
No, I don't watch the show. I will when I like see headlines about it. But it's like, people are like, oh, no other celebrities really like them. They're blah, blah, blah. And then it's like, you see Kris Jenner's 70th birthday, Martha Stewart, Meghan and the Duchess, Snoop Dogg, like the crazy A-list celebrities.
Agreed.
It's like, you're just lying to yourself. Like, people do care about them.
Agreed. And they have the pulse on pop culture. They know how to give people what they want. La Roche was actually asked about the Merkin, and he was
Although he was being a little shady.
Yeah. But
he said, yeah, when they design something, we all buy it. And they haven't done it yet, but they would.
Right. Like,
and that was the shady part.
The shady
he was like,
part of it. But he did say they have the pulse on pop culture. They're deciding what we're
He said those are nice girls.
Yeah.
And like, I just feel like.
And I don't want to be someone that just constantly tears things down.
Yeah.
Like,
agreed.
I don't need that.
Amen, brother.
There's enough stuff doing that. Okay, I was so happy. And when you were using the bathroom before we started, I read this article and I read the adjoining article about Tom Cruise and Dakota Fanning. Now, Dakota Fanning and Tom Cruise starred in
War of the Worlds
in 2005.
Yes.
And she on set was 11. She turned 11 while they were filming, and he gave her her first phone,
cell phone,
which was
a Motorola Razr.
When she was 11.
Which
then when she
for
turns,
an 11-year-old? in
Slaps.
2005.
Like, are you kidding? 2005, I would have killed for a Motorola
hottest
Razor.
market item.
Yes. And then when they start doing press she's now 12 and she could start fitting into like the smallest but grown up women's shoe sizes. And so as they're doing this world press, I guess Dakota had made it really known how much she just loved getting to try all these shoes. And so for her 12th birthday, which she turned on the press tour, right? Because you film and then you press 9 months later or whatever else. They, he gives her a pair of shoes for her birthday. Yeah. And every year since, in the 20 years that have followed, he has given her a pair of shoes. And she even said on Watch What Happens Live, which is where this came up. It first came up on the Kelly Clarkson show. And then Andy Cohen asked her about it on Watch What Happens Live. And she said, yes, he's continued to. And he said, are they like sneakers? And she's like, no, these are really nice shoes.
They're nice shoes.
And as her shoe size has grown, he's checked in with her to make sure he's adapted. She says.
Like, here's the thing. When... I am sure there's crazy things about Tom Cruise.
Of course.
Like,
there's crazy thing about everybody.
I think especially with the Scientology of it all, like, people feel a certain way about Tom Cruise. Yeah. When you consistently hear stories about Tom Cruise from other celebrities, he maintains a gift checklist like you wouldn't believe. He sends coconut cakes to everybody at Christmas. I don't think that this is the only story of Tom Cruise sends somebody something on their birthday every single year. Either he is insane or he has an assistant that is getting paid out of the wazoo. Because what do you mean every single year she gets a pair of shoes?
And it's the sort of thing where it helps remind me that, like, if someone would have worked with Tom Cruise and come out and say, oh my gosh, Tom Cruise was a nightmare to work with on set. Like some people had said while he was filming Mission Impossible during COVID, he
yelled
would
at
yell
everybody.
At the staff member. I think we actually talked about it on the show.
Yes. Because he freaked out because people weren't wearing masks and taking it seriously.
Now, I think what this reminds me and should remind everybody, my advice on this, which we need to get back to, like, giving some advice to these people. My advice is when you hear a story that's bad, know that absolute, like we said before, opposition in all things.
Perchance there's context.
Perhaps also there's another story that is really beautiful and good.
Perchance there's context you're missing, and perchance
people are dynamic individuals who have lots of stories about them, not just one flavor.
A crazy concept.
And I think an easy route for people to be lazy is to just assume one person is one thing.
Yeah. Actually, secondary to that, my advice is that, especially in the age of AI, and I'm not even like a spooky AI scary person, doubt your source first. Yeah. Like, I have seen so many screenshots lately of like, this person said this, and then it's like, I'm like, and then it literally takes 3 other seconds for me to Google it and verify that that was not true.
Right.
And there is thousands of people on the internet agreeing with or fighting about this. And it's like, get out of the discourse, fact check before you get into a crazy place, and like step away.
Yeah. And I think it's okay to look for the good.
Yes.
I think it's okay to be like, cool, maybe Tom's a blank in this, but he also does this. And that's pretty wild. Like, that's really cool. I think people who are genuinely, like, consistently good and kind, that's a major character identifier to me, and I'll lean in that.
Agreed.
All right, finally, the gift, the viral thing that very few people must have seen coming, certainly not the Starbucks employees, but their barista cups are, so they have it's a little teeny, it looks like the little honey cup.
But I think there are 20 ounces. So they're probably,
And they sold a ton. They were released this week, November 6th. Sold out immediately. People were like $20.
People were at the stores at 2 a.m.
to get them.
And
it's a clear little bear with a little Starbucks hat holding a little Starbucks cup. And they're now being resold for over $1,000 on resale sites.
It's insane.
Starbucks revealed that they don't have any intention right now of doing another wave of them, that it's kind of letting it in there. But it's so wild because that they were so sold out, but some Starbucks, where Starbucks is kind of getting in trouble is certain stores only got one cup.
Yes.
So it's like they just didn't have a quantity
based on the stock too. Like a girl specifically said that she wanted to get one for her friend who was on a later shift, and like the manager was like, you need to put that back because I'm scared for your safety.
Right.
Like, because there were people outside, like, insane.
Well, and this is what Starbucks had to say about this. This is why I feel like it's a little tone deaf, because one Starbucks employee had said, look, we only were given one. Why were we marketing it if we only could sell one of these in our local shop?
Yep.
Starbucks said, the excitement for our merchandise exceeded even our biggest expectations, and despite shipping more barista cups to coffee houses than any other merchandise item this holiday season, the cup and other items sold out fast. They said, we understand that many customers were excited about the barista cup and have apologized for the disappointment this may have caused, but there's more exciting merchandise coming this holiday season, although it would not be the bear. Here's what I think. I feel like if you created something that was really, really, really viral that a lot of people wanted, let's not make it so exclusive that you're having all these dupes and resales. I think it's a stupid little mug. I mean, I'm not going to get one. I don't care.
Drain a jar of honey.
Totally. Just
what are we doing?
Or just make
By the way,
more.
I'm sure, because I have thrown a Winnie the Pooh bridal shower before, you can buy glass jars shaped like a teddy bear.
Yeah.
Spray paint its head. Okay.
Totally.
Like, it's crazy.
Well, my advice is, hey, Starbucks, just release more.
Yeah.
Like, it's okay. It's really happy. It's making people happy. It's not meant to be an exclusive thing.
Also,
just release more.
And how much money would that cost you? And how much money would you make?
And how much would you garner good favor with people who are like, actually, I'm pumped to go get this bear cup.
Yeah.
I think the exclusivity works maybe for a launch. And then when the product really has proven
Well, it's also like
demand,
you are putting actually your employees at like
physical risk. Yeah.
Physical risk, emotional risk. Like there are people who are in line at 1 a.m. and when they open at 5, it becomes like a traumatic experience for these like teenagers who are working there. Like, I don't understand that either.
Agreed.
My
now, the
advice,
last thing I wanted,
figure out supply and demand.
No, I do. The last thing I want to just say is we are going into, we have Veterans Day coming up this week. Major shout out to anybody who served, all of our veterans. But there are lots of places that are giving free food and things to veterans on Veterans Day.
Oh, amazing.
So we'll post a link to those places. I mean, it's like Applebee's, Blaze Pizza, California Pizza Kitchen, Chipotle, Firehouse Subs, Red Lobster, Red Robin, Shake Shack, Smoothie King, Starbucks, Taco John's, TGI Fridays, and White Castle are all giving free meals to veterans. Hats off to those companies. I will go to Chipotle on Veterans Day. I will pay for my meal because I know that they are a company that is giving back to veterans.
Yeah.
That's why I wanted to list those companies.
Yes.
Red Robin, these places that I visit, I feel even more strongly about supporting them because you made the choice, corporate made the choice to give back to veterans.
Agreed.
And so I can support those companies all day long.
Amazing.
And I just think that we'll post some of those places. And if you're a veteran, thank you so much for your service. Now, is there anything else you want to go over for the rest of the episode?
I don't think so.
We will be back in a week. We'll have more stuff.
A recap of
and
Cabo.
Then we are trying to figure out exactly
Christmas and Thanksgiving.
We're figuring out some of the scheduling, and we're also figuring out if we're going to try to do another Wicked movie.
Yeah.
It'll be harder because I'm just not in town as much because I'm going on tour with Steven. But we're going to figure out something. If you are interested in going to a show, let us know, and then we can look at arranging tickets. Particularly if you're not able to pay for tickets, please reach out to us, and we're happy to coordinate that. All right. You can find us on all social media platforms, Good Bad Advice Podcast, and we will see you all in a week. Bye.
Bye.
Finger guns, finger guns, finger guns. Pew, pew, pew.